Always 6 on your side. Good Morning, Idaho.
Welcome back to Good Morning, Idaho. All week long, we've been introducing you to nonprofits that are going to be beneficiaries of the Idaho Gives project tomorrow. And so today we have the director of the Idaho Miss Amazing pageant, Jennifer Clausen, with us. And we also have Miss Idaho Amazing, Senior Miss
Yes.
Idaho Amazing,
Yes.
Brandy Hausman, with us today as well. And so I want to kind of hear about the Idaho Miss Amazing pageant. I feel like I've been very lucky to get to be involved with it a little bit, and I want everybody else to know about it as well. So first, I'm going to ask you, Jennifer, what is it about?
Our mission, we are a nonprofit, and our mission is to celebrate the abilities of girls and women with disabilities by creating an environment for them where they can thrive and shine and get to participate in a pageant.
Yeah. So tell me about that pageant, Brandy. Was it your first pageant? Did you love it?
Well, yes, it was my first pageant, and you know, I've always grown up with the go big or go home, and so I never was in any pageants. I mean, my sister was. When I was growing up and everything, I was in drama and, you know, things like that, and I always wanted to be in the limelight, you know, but I didn't have the opportunity to. And then my sister was in Miss Teen Idaho or something like that, and I missed it, and I was like, oh, dang it. Well, and then they said that 18 was the cutoff point, and I was just like, oh, we'll miss that one, you know, and then I got to do this opportunity. I had this opportunity to do this with these wonderful people, and I am so grateful that everything was brought into my life at the perfect time, in the perfect way for me. And, you know.
And you got to have Stan on stage with you, right?
Yes. Stan is a very important part of my life. And he actually, he doubles as my man.
Perfect. I love it. So, Jennifer, what is the need? First, how many girls participated this past April, March?
March, we had 69 participants, which
69.
we've almost quadrupled from our first year, 3 years ago. So,
and that's not just participants, but each participant and each contestant has a buddy as well. So it's a huge project to coordinate. What kind of cost is associated with that?
It's quite the cost, and each year as our volunteers grow and our participants grow, it gets more expensive. So we are a nonprofit, so every single penny we raise is so needed to make sure that we can offer this important event every year.
Do you guys have a goal in mind, or just as many donations?
We don't have a goal, but like I said, as more girls come, the need, because each girl gets a crown, they each get a trophy, they get medals for participating in talent. So the more girls we get, and the bigger venue we need, and the more food we need, and everything just grows.
And why do you think a pageant is a safe way to kind of give these girls with special abilities a chance to grow in that way?
It's all about self-esteem, and I can imagine Brandy can attest to.
Do you agree with that?
Oh, yes, yes. I really, I mean, I've always been a self-reliant, straightforward girl, and I've always been, I haven't ever needed anything like that, anything like self-esteem talks or anything like that. But when I got in this accident, after the accident, oh, I so needed something to pick me up, something to be there for me, and this did it all perfectly. And, you know, I don't know, I never would have been able to do it if I had never been in the accident. So that is the reason that I love it.
All right, thank you guys so much. We'll hear more from Jennifer and another title holder coming up in our 7 o'clock hour. And if you would like to donate to them, Idaho Gives Day tomorrow, you can go on to idahogives.org and you can type their name into the search bar. Welcome back to Good Morning, Idaho. I'm here with another beneficiary of Idaho Gives tomorrow, Jennifer Clausen, the director of the Idaho Miss Amazing pageant, and Chelsea here, who is the Junior Miss Amazing. And this is another nonprofit organization that you could donate to tomorrow during Idaho Gives. So we want to learn a little bit more about it. Jennifer, what is the goal or mission of the Miss Amazing pageant?
Our mission is to raise the self-esteem of girls and women with disabilities, and we do that through the skills they learn in pageantry.
What kind of skills do they learn in pageantry that helps them develop that confidence?
Public speaking, poise, getting on stage in front of 500 people will build your self-confidence pretty quickly. So we're proud to offer that to the girls.
That sounds a little scary, Chelsea. 500 people. So did you love it?
Yes, I did. I loved every minute of it.
What was your favorite part of competing?
Everything, honestly, everything about it. I just didn't know that I had as much self-confidence as I did, and I learned that I had a lot of self-confidence, obviously, to be able to get up and do this.
Yeah. What kind of events were at the pageant? What did you have to compete in?
We had to, one night was talent, and then the next night was like formal gown, and you're like walking down the stage.
And I know an interview as well.
Yeah, an interview.
So it's a really well-rounded competition for these girls, but I also know there were a lot of them. I got to volunteer and help out in March, and when I walked in, I could not believe how many girls.
Right, it just goes to show how important this event is to the girls in our state, and there's not another one like it here. So we had 69 girls this year, which almost quadrupled from our first year.
Wow.
So it's something that's catching on, and it's something that's very needed and very important.
So what are the ages of the girls that participate?
5 to 105.
That's
so
incredible.
really, yes, and we have every disability, every age, so truly we can serve a lot of people.
Yeah, and I know that, you know, it's not just the 69 girls that are competing, but it's also their buddies that help them out on stage, and it's your volunteers, and I imagine that's very expensive. Where does the money come from?
It's very expensive. We are completely non-for-profit, so every single penny comes in from our sponsors and our donors, which we need very badly to make sure that we can keep holding this event every year.
Yeah. And do you think it's something that you would encourage your friends to participate in?
Yes, for sure, definitely.
You loved it?
Yes, I loved every minute of it.
Are you going to compete again? Can you compete again?
I think so.
She can participate every year.
Wonderful.
Absolutely, yes.
Good. And are you planning on it?
Yes, I am.
Good. So do you
Yeah.
guys have a specific goal in mind for Idaho Gives tomorrow?
We don't necessarily have a money goal, but we just hope to create more awareness of our program and just to keep money coming in, because we cannot hold this event with support of our state.
Right, and it was incredible. I really couldn't believe it when I walked in. It was such a fun event to be a part of and to get to see how special it was for the girls and for the
definitely.
volunteers as well. Is that something, you know, in the next year that you also need, not just donations tomorrow?
Absolutely, yes. I think we had over 200 volunteers, and as many more girls sign up, the more volunteers we need. So we just need people on our side.
And if someone wants to find out a little more about the Idaho Miss Amazing Pageant, do you have a website, a Facebook?
We do. We have a national website, missamazingpageant.com, and we're also on Facebook. We're Idaho Miss Amazing. So please come like our page and keep up to date with what our girls are up to this year. And they're heading to nationals in July. So
how fun. I
that's
didn't know
another
that.
big, yes.
Wow, that's awesome. And Jennifer, you do a great job. I got to help out with the Utah one a couple years ago, and so I think that's why our Idaho pageant in March was even more amazing to me, because it just blew the Utah one out of the park.
Oh, all right. Love you, Utah, but go Idaho.
Don't forget, tomorrow is Idaho Gives. You can go onto idahogives.org, I believe, is the website. And if you'd like to donate to the Idaho Miss Amazing pageant, just type their name into the search bar. Right now it's 7:20 on your Wednesday morning, and coming up, what a better way is there to kick off summer than a giant water slide? Some people in New Zealand had the right idea. Good morning, Idaho.